Alright, hey you folks. I hope you guys are doing well. A long time since I actually did anything for the channel. And, you know, Zelda is going to be going on Sundays anyway. But yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you can save a lot of time by not talking to people, whatever. Even though that, let's see. Yeah, today is Sunday, May the 7th. Almost the second week of this month. So almost the middle of the year. But, you know, we won't happen to get to there till dang near close enough to June. And exactly on June. So it's between June and July is when you'll be in the middle of the year. Just about anyway. And when you get to October, you're about almost at the end of the year. Still quite about so many days away, but still, yeah, it counts. You know, no one ever thinks about it, but they do. Like I said, almost to the end. So, yeah, so we're getting to the middle of the year, but then, you know, when we're fully into it, it'll be at the end of December. Or, I mean, when December finally ends. It always has 31 days. And if today was your birthday, anniversary, all that, happy birthday anniversary. By the time this comes out, because by that time, because it makes more sense to say it this way, happy birthday. You know, it's going to be next Sunday, which will be May the 14th. Oh yeah, that's when this is going to come out. If it does well enough, I might decide to release a couple of videos. You know, I just haven't been feeling like doing anything for the channel. I think I'd be fair. I have a whole lot of videos right now on BitChute, but I gotta record more because I have to finish off the playthroughs I've got. So, yeah. I mean, you know, that's where I'm mainly at. You know, you'll find the link down below. You know, if you're here, you know what you're here for. The gold classicness. Look at the gold. It ain't got nothing to do with gold. Back in the days, to be fair, when they had gold to trade, not that we don't have gold today, we just don't have enough of it today. Yeah, there was no games. So you can't really say, I mean, you can say it all you want to, but it's just not the same. I'm not trying to judge people, but it's not the same. But you know what you're here for, you know? The old classicness, because that's what I'm doing. I may not be doing it in the exact order because that doesn't really matter. You don't need to be honest with you. You can start with any cold console from PlayStation backwards, or you can do like so many at a time and be like, yeah. Because, yeah, PlayStation fell underneath the very first console of PlayStation fell under the classicness. And then moving onward, so did, you know, especially for the nostalgia, so did PS2, which is PlayStation 2. You know? You know, and Nintendo might have been directly responsible for the reason why the PlayStation was created, but they did not create the PlayStation. What they had done was they worked with Sony and made a console together. They did. And because I couldn't get it to work right, they stopped working on production. And believe it or not only did I not know this at the beginning, but I have seen it, but I didn't know what the deal was. But yes, it's been a proven known fact. Not, oh yeah, they really created the PlayStation. No, they created a combo, or hybrid combo, that combined the Nintendo and the PlayStation. And, you know, so if you read anybody, or say anybody out there, I'm called, get out, misinformation like that, no. I have sources to prove whether or not you're lying. And I know you're lying. Okay? The truth of the matter is, they are directly responsible, but they are not the creators of the actual standalone unit. Like, basically, it was a catalyst. Because when PlayStation actually came out with the console itself, with the CD base, it was their very first ever console that they ever made. Nintendo only expanded in the market of still cartridges. Even though they had bigger ROM, bigger space, it was still limited. But not as limited as it used to be. No. Hence why Nintendo 64 was created. And I like Nintendo 64. I never officially owned one until finally I had one, but I never got any games for it. I don't think, or did I? I don't know. I didn't have it very long. But I have one now. Again. So. And plus, I own, Nintendo 64 games. I'm also in the process of acquiring more as I go along, because that's the way my budget works. I can't just, here's about $20 or $50 for an old classic game, which is ridiculous. Let's say I'm not into new games, but I'm not, because, I would love to get into new games. I really would, to be fair. But when you consider how much it costs to get one, even if the game itself is absolutely obligatory in the idea of, the equipment. It's always been the equipment that has been the most ugly, disgusting atrocity I have ever seen in my entire life. So, I'm not worried about magic at this point, which, by the way, that's what that green thing is for. So let's go ahead and save and quit here. And we'll go back to here. And then we'll go to the sanctuary, because we actually need to go back to the village. Sadly, there is no way to save at the village. So, they only have like 3 different destinations anyway. Yeah, I could have gone ahead and talked to one of them up there and got healed up, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Matter of fact, once I get another upgrade to something else, I can't tell you what it is though, because that would be a major spoiler, unlike some people. Yeah, well, you get this and that, and or I think you get that. Even though I sometimes slip up myself, but I don't mean to. I'd rather just majorly spoil it as I go along, like basically show it to you instead of be like, yeah, okay, there's like a vault down here in this village I gotta go to, because that's the way it is, and all that kind of junk. So, anyway, there's also a reason why we're collecting rupees that we don't actually have to do. We can actually skip out on it, but if you don't get it, you can't progress the game. So, I can say that. So, yeah. And I try to wait till I get to a certain point, like, okay. Like, the trade monetary value in this game is rupees. Although there are fan-made versions where you can get, what do they call it? $99.99, which you really don't even really need that in this game, to be honest. So, and yeah, like it or not, we're gonna have to go through these bushes. And yeah, by the way, sometimes there's something there that you don't want to run into. It's not a good idea. Yeah, the good thing about them, sometimes they drop some rupees that you might need. Yep, and we're going to need this. And there's a total of, well, I'll let you see. That's the third one. Doesn't really matter which order you do it in. And, yep, there's a total of 4 bombs in this room. It might be unlimited, but it doesn't mean they have like a whole something sitting in here at once. They're kind of doing away, but you have to constantly go back out, and it's worth it because, well, you're gonna need them. You don't need the one thing I could tell you about later, but I just want to wait until that point. If that makes any sense. No, I'm not gonna talk to this guy yet. That guy we can't deal with, but it's nothing but optional anyway. Oh crap, I don't want to go that way. But there is something in here I never even noticed. I think but I did discover it on my own, just so you know. I didn't look it up. I could have. I admit that I have looked up stuff when I've had to, but in this game, no. Did it all by myself. I probably not when I was younger. I think I pretty much kind of blindsided it because I don't remember half the crap until I finally. Oh yeah, okay, then yeah, whatever. Because in other words, it's not like it's blind, but basically I blanked it out. Like I did with some games, And this sign will say, "Wanted. This is the criminal who kidnapped Zelda. Call a soldier if you see him." And that looks nothing like Link. But then again, who cares about what Link is? So, or excuse me, I should say Killer, but that doesn't really matter. Because officially his name is Link. And actually, believe it or not, when the game franchise started out, there was a point where it said Link's Adventure. So, or The Legend of Link. And, yeah, we don't need this. I believe they also refill your hearts, too. So, let's see. Where in the world am I going? I forgot where I was going. Oh, right. I believe there was a sign, something to do with the King's Reward or whatever, which makes no difference. Anyway. By the way, you never get to meet... I can spoil this for you. You don't get to meet the king. But speaking of that, well, I can't tell you about any more than that until later. Who is you, Link? What can I do for you, young man? The elder? Oh, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. Why, Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details exactly, but long ago, people were known as the T.L.O.Z.A.L.T.P. people that inhabited this land. My voice is not doing too well today, and I can't crack it like I usually do. Legends tell of many treasures that the T.L.O.Z.A.L.T.P. hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, a mighty blade forged against those with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that now it is sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand? Yes. Anyway, look for the elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. Take care, Killer. So, I forgot to mention this, but there is a map. Yep. And you might notice right now, yep, it's been marked on our map. And that is not where the village elder is. However, you're supposed to actually go there. You don't really have to if you actually know where to go to. So, and again, it doesn't really matter what order you do this in. But, yeah, and we're going to do this now. We're going to need to get some things, but, it would be more of a challenge to do it without the items, but anyway, it's most of them anyway. Hi, Killer. Elder, are you talking about the Grandpa? Okay, but don't tell any of the bad people about this. He's hiding in the palace past the castle. I will mark the spot on your map. Here you are. And you can't hear it, you say, ding. You want that? Well, we'll do it when we do that. So, there's no way to actually save this, so in case you're wondering. And it's important that you come in here and do this. So, I think there's something to do with this picture. No? Okay, maybe. Alright, well, anyway. So, if I talk to him, this is what you'll get. Sniffle. Hey, brother, do you have a bottle to keep a bug in? I see you don't have one. Cough, cough. So that's a bit of a clue. You could do that now, but it's the only way you'll find out what he says beforehand. Sometimes, yes, I'd like to get the actual stuff out of the way. But let's move on, and I know where we can get one. So, yeah, okay. Ta-da! This is a magic bottle. You can store an item inside and then use it later. And just so you know, that'll keep happening anyway. And I know exactly where all the bottles are. And there's something about the hearts that you won't find this out anywhere. But I'll just tell you anyway. The final true heart unfortunately, I'm not going to do, and you don't really need it anyway. I'm not going to tell you where it's at right now, but I'll tell you later on. Whoa! I saw her, a very young lady, at the waterfall in the Wood Hills where the river beyond begins. Killer, you should meet her. At least once. I'm sure you were like, I think there was something about the waterfall wishing. Yeah, okay. I missed that part. I mean, not that I haven't missed it before or anything. This guy will say something about something. Mumble, mumble, my son really liked to play the flute. But he went to look for the golden power and has not returned. I wonder where he is and what he's doing now. And of course, that's a bit of a clue. You know, this is completely optional stuff, but there's something about that we can do later on. So, and if I ever can replay this game, I'm going to do the fan-made version because we can actually do not only 99 rupees, which is not really my concern, but there's some kind of item, which, or actually a couple items I wouldn't mind keeping, that's not in any other game. Because we also had something to do with the... I don't know who's coming in, but... Anyway, nope, nobody important. Anyway. The heart that we have to look for. As if you care to 100% this game. I'm going to try and do the best I can to 100% it, but I'm not going to do it fully. Now, you might see that right there, but that means nothing to me right now. So, you know. So our first destination is now going to be, if you look at over the map, there it is. It's been marked for us. So there is a few ways we could do this. We can go back to the castle, which the easiest way you want to get there really quickly is go save and quit and go to your go from your house and go over there. Or we can follow down this path, which I know we can go to. There's also other stuff we could probably go ahead and get along the way. Get that out of the way. And there's other places that we can't get to right now. But we're also going to need to go there anyway. So it doesn't matter how you do this. But it is something that we need to do. So that is our main destination right now. Our biggest main destination is that. We could have actually even skipped this village completely. You know, and just gone over there. So I think what we're going to do is... yeah, let's save and quit. So let's start from my house, for whatever reason. Or your house, even though technically I don't know if anybody would imagine having this house. It's not that it's a bad designed house, it's just, you know, I don't know of anybody. I'm not saying that, you know, you can't have a house if that's what you want, like that, but me, nah. These guys are, by the way, one of the strongest soldiers there is. There's one of them, that guy's not really that strong. I mean, he's kind of strong, but not that much. One of them we can find right now. Where the hell am I going? There's another soldier that has to do with. Let me show you real quick. I don't have to go see him. Yeah, like that guy right there is kind of sort of strong, but not as strong. And there's also another one like him, but there's not. I don't think there's ever any red ones that I know of. Yeah. See, so. Yeah. And those birds are annoying. You can kill them if you want to, but that means nothing. There's also something over here we could go ahead and get. And I don't like that bunny rabbit because, well, he can attack you if you're not careful. And that guy almost ambushed on us. So yeah, there's another fairy, but you can't capture it. So, but we don't need it anyway. Ah, crap. And then there's ones in the ground that come in up and down. There's something about them I can't tell you about right now. So, those guys are very handy because they also drop rupees. So you could grind on them if you wanted to. But let's go ahead and, by the way, those birds also hack. I don't think it matters if you put it directly or not, because sometimes you have to. Yeah, there we go. Again, it doesn't really matter how you do this, but yeah. So we gotta do this in such a way. Okay. I can't exactly get over this one. But there is something in here. You know, you could actually do this. Okay, I'm gonna give up on this. So, there's actually a better, easier way to deal with that, and that would be something else. So we got hit. I don't really care. What matters though is that or ultimately is like what you get hit by, as opposed to what these don't matter. I don't really like it in general, but there is that. So if I go this way, the thing about going past the castle is that right now, to go where it says on the map, let me show you. Yeah, you got to go from this way right now. So that's what we can do. Even though there's a bridge up there, but that goes towards, believe it or not, fart knocker. Hey, get off me. I don't want to start over again. I hate that. I mean, there's like 3 different places, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there's also something else up here we can get as well. I think somebody tells you about it, whatever. Okay, yeah, there was a ferry in here. The ferry does not, sadly, refill up your magic. I couldn't think for a minute there. It's not always because whether or not I have, that. So you could also skip this point coming up and then go back in there, but it's always a good idea to come in here anyway, because either way you're gonna find some good treasures and stuff. Doesn't matter if you do it now or later. I'm not gonna be able to deal with that wall, so anyway, we can come back in here and grind all we want to for hearts. Oh crap, I went overboard. Time. I am D, says Harala, the village elder, and a descendant of the wise men. Oh, really, killer, I am surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of his evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. I can say only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? It doesn't matter what you choose. Yeah, good. As a test, can you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of a legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. So that's about all the time that we have for this episode, and we're going to save it quit here, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, later.